I see Carter as a servant leader. He has walked the walk and talked the talk.
I knew even then, 20 years ago, he was going to be a superstar. I mean, he had every quality, every trait that you would want, not just in a wildlife professional, but in your own son.
I knew right away that this was someone that had a future.
The thing I love about Carter the most is that he's not afraid to work big, and he's not afraid of huge visions.
He's got an amazing capacity to work with people and make them at least think there's going to be at least a decent outcome on things.
At one of the few people I've seen lately that have that capacity to understand what it's like to get there, and then once you've gotten there, never forget where you've been and the rigors that it takes, the persistence that it takes, the patience that it takes to get to a leadership role.
How can we craft a solution and come up with cogent arguments for what will meet the interests of all these different constituent groups?
The Nature Conservancy is a private, nonprofit conservation organization that works to protect unique lands and waters around the state. This beats a day at the Capitol. Yeah, don't tell anybody. What do you think, Scott? Are the roots appropriately tickled? Okay, okay. All right. All right. Bravo.
Carter is such a positive person, and he's so smart, and he doesn't mind making fun of himself. He's got a wonderful sense of humor.
Incredibly articulate, he's enthusiastic, he's friendly.
He has this encyclopedic knowledge of natural history.
He writes really well.
Character, honesty, integrity, passion.
Goodwill and good humor.
He's very diplomatic.
He's so empathetic that he gets along with everybody.
He can connect with anybody, and you don't see that in a lot of people.
Very humble, and humility is a wonderful trait in a leader.
For a long time, his mother and father have owned a place out in West Texas, and Carter's gone up there. So he's really been reared of the land.
You know, I think growing up on the land has been the key for him, and I think what he realizes and probably understands better than most is that asphalt's forever. When you've changed it to asphalt, you've lost the habitat forever.
He just knew what the land meant to him and the state, and that's why he's doing what he's doing right now.
You have to have good private land stewardship for a number of reasons. One, it's the right thing to do. Two, it covers so many parts of the ecosystem.
You can't buy enough land in Texas to make a difference. And so you have to work with private landowners in order to save our watersheds, our wildlife habitat, our aquifer recharge areas, and all the other things that we get from the landscape. And his long history of stewardship of his own lands makes him extremely well-suited and empathetic with the biggest challenge of the job.
He's given me a lot of hope because he's young and a leader, and he really has given me enormous hope for the future of Texas and conservation in Texas.
Texas does not have a deep conservation ethics across the board as a lot of states do.
And watching him take a leadership role and take strong stances on issues, I think I've become more tuned in to taking those kind of stances and not compromising my principles as a wildlife professional.
This is a very, very difficult time because of the tremendous stresses on public budgets, because of the fact that many people today are actually oppose the environmental movement. I mean, there's so many things working against him, and the fact that he has done such an incredible job and has maintained the respect and support of so many people is a real tribute to his heroism.
Carter is a conservation hero because he understands the past and foresees the future.
His ability to listen, understand, and have empathy for what their position is, but he never loses sight of the core principles of good wildlife habitat management, things that are hopefully going to sustain our wildlife populations forever.
I think Carter Smith is a conservation hero because of his unique ability to inspire others to be conservation heroes.
It's just so unusual to have someone be able to combine empathy and compassion and brilliance and humor and communication and hard work all at once, and he is that guy.
His legacy is just starting as a conservation hero.
He's the future. He's the future.
I have watched his impact, you know, and that is inspiring to me.
If I were to sum up Carter in one word, it would be his passion.
Like, I can't even think of one word.
It would be two words.
He's really good at what he does.
It would be servant leader.
Summing up Carter in a word. That's impossible.
When I think of Carter, I think there should be a Robert Earl Keen soundtrack going in the background, and I think he should have a period costume on with a 6-shooter.
When I was a young boy, the only things that really mattered were playing friends and having fun. Walking down the railroad track till you reach the river, turn around and head on back when the day's done. And like I always say, everybody goes their own way, nobody knows, no one can tell. All been the same for me, it's just the way it must be, heading down that dusty trail. When I was a young man,
His mama did well.